Morning. Well, bought a good wheel bearing a year ago. The noise is coming out this side. It is deceiving, but the general consensus was, everybody riding with me, that it was on the left-hand side. Was a little play in the bearing. I'm assuming it is that. That's a good bearing too. I never had any trouble with that company with those bearing. The Timken bearing. So I have another one. It's warranted. I just have to take it back. They'll give me my money back. But so I had to change that. That's nothing. That's not oil or anything. That's just cleaning up the inside of that hub so it'll seat good. Some grease and road dirt and grime built in that. So yeah, that's where I'm headed. Let's see if I can get that. I don't know if you can see that crack or not. Hit a turkey. Car survived. Not so good for the turkey. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. And of course, I forgot the wheel bearing in the other vehicle. So I'm going to be running down to get that out of the vehicle at the house. So hey, I don't know if I've videotaped any of this stuff. Bought a Baja big bike for the kids to ride, the grandkids. Had a hard time getting my son-in-law off it. He loves it. He was riding it all over the place. This thing will pull an adult like dumb. Great little bike. I gave nothing for it. It wasn't running. I just did an oil change, cleaned the carburetor up on it, put a fresh plug in it, some fresh gas, cleaned out the gas tank. See, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. I wasn't. This is not a real tank. Oh, the real tank's right here. So it's just a look-alike, but it's kind of a fun little bike. So, and then we did some others. I picked this little one up the other day. Needs brakes all around, one owner. Great running little machine. That's for the kids. And of course, I think I shot some pictures of that before. And that is it is called a hammerhead. And that thing will spin donuts as good as any car I've ever had. That thing is awesome for power and torque converter setup. I got a problem with it when it gets hot, it shuts off. We're going to change the coil and that kind of stuff on it, and a little bit of lack of maintenance on that. We're going to break it down this winter and paint it when we have time to, because we'll be using those before you know it. So let me see a quick update. No, look at the shop. The shop's a wreck. We're building this flat rack is upside down. We're building a new flat rack. Get the right heat and the right temperature. Almost anybody can make a good bead, including me. Joe's done most of the welding on this. He welds excellent. So it's got a diamond plate. On the other side, we've got it flipped over, so now that the welds are done, we're going to use the rub rails off a different flatbed to put on this. So we're going to clean it, etching primer, and then we'll paint it, and then we're going to Hercules line the bottom of it to help keep the salt off it. It's got a gooseneck well for pulling the trailers. Let's see, got to clean my shop. That's in here. That's a 1054. It's got a starter issue. Guy wanted to buy an aftermarket starter. So I'm waiting on that. I'll put the starter on it for him and that'll be out of here. Little update on this really quickly. Had it running, runs excellent. Had a couple issues. Vacuum issues. Got them. I got a new vacuum line on almost everything now. Got the fan, the spacers done. I had some problems with that. Had to buy a spacer kit. Haven't put the power steering belt on. That's coming today. I had one that was way too big. So hopefully I have this. It's running. I mean, I can drive around. It's just I got the flat rack in the way. We're working on it. So I want to get this outside. And I don't know if you can see it, but this is threaded rod. I couldn't really find it. I got it until I get one. I ordered one actually from Jegs, but until I did it, I had to my own. No, I got a new spring for that. I ordered a new spring set up a kit for return spring. So that's what's going on. I need help cleaning my shop. My homemade transmission hoist, it's got to be put away. I got to clean the shop. I got a Rambler coming in. I got to do brakes, fuel lines, fuel tank, get it running. And he's got some really cool wheels, but they hit on his discs on the front, and we're going to space them 1/2 inch spacers. I got we're going to do it all the way around so it's even. And it's a nice little car. It looks like a Barracuda, but it is a AMC. If you put them side by side, I don't think you can tell them apart. So that's going out, and then get that all done. Then rat rod's coming in, and we'll get going on that. Put the 5-speed in it. I am going with the 5-speed. And wait, I don't think. Oh no, the other truck's in front of it. I was going to show you a picture of it, but it's sitting way back here behind the 52. The right motor's going in it. We're going to square the cab, take it back off, finish the frame, get the finish wells on the frame, get the air suspension on it. I want to have it running by the end of September so I can yard drive it and everything, so I can move it around and work on it. I'll shoot a video too. I picked up a nice F-250 Ford 93 from Arizona. The guy drove it up here and wanted to get rid of it. I picked it up. It's got bumps and bruises, but it runs excellent. 460 in it, big block. It runs excellent. No rust on the cab, doors, fenders. Bottom one fender needs to be replaced. I'm going to replace the whole fender. I got a guy that's interested in it right off. I just brought home, for sale sign in it. I bought it to turn it over. And I had like 3 people stop the first day, wanted to know if it was for sale. So I'll get some videos of that. So got a bunch of trucks. The bridge is out. They're using, if you can see all the trucks going by here, this is a rural road right where my shop is. But they are using it as the main road now because the big bridge is out in Chateaugay. And again, I'll say that name because nobody's ever going to look it up. Chateaugay, New York. So they're using this road right now. A lot of traffic. It's really taking a beating. So, but it's hard to work in here because when you get your doors open, the old trucks sitting inside and outside. When I'm not working, I'm up here doing this stuff. I get a lot of people stopping in, which is really good. I've had 2-3 guys stop over the last week with their rides as they're going by. I gotta get got a buddy that stopped in. I hadn't seen him in years. And he did a nice 53. There's a nice big old truck, Western Star. Well, hey, so that's the update. Had the 52 out, passed his inspection. Been driving it some. Get a lot of people looking at it, and they all think it's a Chevrolet. I don't know why, because it says Ford, and we do put our trust in the Lord and drive the Fords. And we keep our Fords. Okay, that's another story from another video. So anyway, yeah, I gotta go look at a couple donor cars for some more parts. A trunk lid. The trunk lid on here is repairable. It's in decent shape, but if I can find one with no rust, it's going on. The back panel on the other car is good. No motor transmission in it. I've asked the guy. He will sell them. He was going to restore them, and he's way over his head. He doesn't know what he's getting himself into. And so when she's running outside, and it runs excellent. I had no doubt it would. Just when you throw new parts at it, that's what you get. So anyway, I gotta get my wheel bearing and get that done. So we're almost 80 degrees in here today. Gotta get the doors open. Okay, have a good day. Thanks.